Good day everyone, we are here again to this wonderful afternoon talk show. I'm Eliza Kalinisan together with my co-host
Arian Malabanan. We have 12 students and we will introduce them later, so stay and enjoy watching Listen Up Talk Show.
So let's start to introduce the guests. I think they are all ready to answer the questions.
So please welcome our 12 special guests. Allow me to introduce them. Our first student is Miss Michelle.
Good afternoon, I'm Michelle A. Samuli.
Second one is Mr. Adrian.
Hi everyone, my name is John Adrian Gutierrez.
The third one is Miss Laika.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Laika Lianos Babiera.
The fourth one is Mr. Riven.
Hi, my name is Reven Justy Martinez.
Followed by Miss Camela.
Good day, everyone. So, my name is Camela Peña Florida.
Followed by Mr. JM.
Good afternoon, I am John Martidillo.
Followed by Mr. Sherwin.
Good afternoon, I'm Sherwin Mendoza.
Followed by Miss Nadel.
Good afternoon, my name is Madel Muñoz.
Followed by Mr. Ivan.
Good afternoon, I'm Ivan Francisco Viñas.
Followed by Miss Hazel.
Hello, good afternoon, I am Hazel Ann Elandicho.
Followed by Mr. Eldrick.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Eldrick Veresonte.
And lastly is Miss Ira Jane.
Good afternoon. My name is Ira Jane Fahanila.
Okay, we prepared 2 questions that our guests need to answer. So the first question is for you, Miss Michelle. If you were given the chance to inculcate the ideas of patriotism and nationalism in people, what strategies would you adopt or use?
Given a chance to inculcate the nationalism and patriotism that I will adopt or use, the first one is education. To know someone details about nationalism and patriotism, people must have an education. Since educated person is enough, knowing the nationalism and patriotism, it might increase their knowledge. The second strategy that I will use is being a good example to them as a person. I will appreciate, support, and love my own country, especially the fellow men. The third is one is the being productive citizen. If you are always aware in your country, then I can do a best for country to inculcate the ideas, patriotism, and nationalism.
How about you, Mr. Adrian?
By singing our national anthem with respect, proper folding of the flag, holiday celebration, learn about the heroes of our nation, obeying rules and regulation, and voting for a good leader who can lead our nation. You can show the nationalism and patriotism in that way. Respect and love for our country can also be shown in the same way. Loving and giving interest in our own product or our own resources is a nationalism too. And loving the Filipino identity, in that way you can show the same way of loving the nationalism and patriotism in our nation. Thank you.
How about you, Miss Laika?
For me, if I given a chance to inculcate the nationalism and patriotism, the strategy that I use is stand for the right and good for our nation and its citizen by simply follow the government law and respect fellow Filipino even in outside country, and be respect and follow the all violation you did in a right way. First strategy is to simply follow the rules. Simply follow the rules, it is a discipline to our society. For example, for obeying the traffic signs, it is essential to our life and our property. Second is preserve your culture because we are part of our ecosystem and depend upon it to our survival. And of course, just as much a part of our nature as anything else. Lastly, love the country as loves you. When you love the country, you followed by the society and the ease of living. I think people who love and care for their countries are more understanding and respectful for those other countries because they understand what is strive to build this something. It makes for overall healthier to our global relationship.
What is your answer, Mr. Raven?
For me, I will teach them that the Philippines became a slave in World War II to other countries because of corruption in our government, and only a few soldiers sacrificed their lives for our freedom, but they do not succeed. If I can teach them and they learned about Philippine history in a past war and they learned nationalism, I will convince them to join and train. As a civilian, we can join Reserve Officer Training Corps or ROTC to train us to protect our loving relatives and our nation from another war.
How about you, Miss Camela?
If I given opportunity or chance to show my strategy on nationalism and patriotism, I will use myself to helping and loving other people by giving them some they needs and also participating in organizations that help us Filipino. I would be part of organizations like Donation Drive for the victims of typhoon, doing feeding programs for the kids who have malnutrition. And also, I want to be a good example to the student. I'm encouraging other students to participating the organization on their community to be in volunteers.
How about you, Mr. JM? What is your answer?
If I would be given a chance to inculcate the ideals of patriotism and nationalism, the first one I will implement is use the power of social media. Why? Because we know that everyone has almost access to the internet. Even the kids below 5 years old can access freely the internet. So why not use it for better purposes like promoting the patriotism and nationalism of the country? We can use social media to post the greatness of our national heroes, the stories of nationalism of our national heroes before. We can use it to post everything to promote nationalism. The second one, I think, is by visiting national museums and monuments, because it will help them to be more excited learning about our history and national heroes, and at the same time it will be promoting patriotism and nationalism of the country. So how can it happen? I think the best solution for this is to give everyone a free travel pass for these national museums, every national museums in the country, because not everyone have a privilege to go and spend money for visiting national museums. So why not make it like a reward, a bonus reward every National Heroes Day? So everyone will be motivated to interact in these events. So that's all the strategies I think to inculcate the ideals of patriotism and nationalism. Thank you for listening.
For my opinion, I would prepare to use teaching strategy instead for me to be able to pervade and encourage everyone by imparting ideas about patriotism and nationalism. We can also be a role model so that others may live the being patriotic and nationalistic. We can also edify people by means of discussing the advantages and good benefits of the said topic.
So let's proceed to the question number 2. For you, Mr. Sherwin Mendoza, if you were a soldier required to render service to the victim of flash floods, would you rescue your family members in the same area first, or assist the other victims and just let the other rescuers aid your family instead?
If I were a soldier required to render service to the victims of flash floods, to be honest, as a person who loved my family very much, I love my family, but being that I am a soldier, I am going to have to choose the civilians. It's simply the goods of the many versus the good of the few. I will trust my brothers and sisters to do their parts in the overall effort, just like they trust me to do mine. The way everybody gets help in the most efficient manner.
How about you, Miss Madel Munoz?
Since I am a soldier, I would act as directed or ordered, knowing that if I don't, the whole logistics and organization of the assistance effort will be negatively impacted by my failure to follow orders. So, yes, I would trust my brothers and sisters to do their part in the overall effort just they like trust me to do mine. That way, everybody gets help in the most efficient manner.
Mr. Ivan Binyas,
Para sa akin, ang iniisip kong magandang gawin ito. Uunahin kong iligtas ang aking nakabatang kapatid tapos isasabay ko na din ang mga batang na kaya kong iligtas sa panahon ng kalamidad. Bibigay ko lahat ang aking makakaya.
may I hear your opinion, Miss Hazel Ann Landicho?
I would rescue first my family members in the same area, but particularly. There are my family. No one will not put his family first in times of danger. I believe that even my superior will not go against my choice of helping my family first after secure their safety. I will rescue the other who are victims of flash flood, like my family.
Mr. Eldrick Onte,
My answer is, as a soldier, my fundamental duty is to save life. But in this kind of situation, I will both save them because I cannot leave my own family and I also work to serve to the person who needs help. So I can't let go to the people down and my family. For me as a soldier, when you are in a time of disaster, especially in the place where your family is involved, the first thing that comes to your mind is to defend your family. And of course, those who still need help will to escape the disaster. Being a soldier is not easy, especially that involves your family member in times of disaster. And just in case my family was saved by my fellow soldier, and I will do it to save the public people.
Miss Ira Jane Pahanilan,
Answer is yes. I will give priority to my family first, but I will immediately hurry so that I can help others in need. Not all the time we can protect others. We also need to prioritize our family for their good, and then I will help others. Because as a soldier, I have prepared how to be a strong and fast soldier, so I can save my family and other people who needs help. Thank you.
what a wonderful answers. For me, my opinion, if I am a soldier, when I saw people who need my help, I will make a way, rescuing them one by one. Even though my family was also affected, I believe they saved because I rely the other rescuers to rescue my family. Thank you for joining us today, especially to our 12 students who participated in this show. Thank you, we appreciate your efforts.